What's going on, beautiful people, and welcome back to Peace of Happiness 101. And today we have another phenomenal video for you guys. It took me a little while to put this video together because I wanted to answer that one question that I've seen a lot of people asking all over social media. Even people I know have actually asked me about that question. And knowing how much of a powerful question it is, I'd like to ask you guys to watch this video until the end because each part is just as important as the last one. And if you happen to find this video just as informative as I think it is, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Like the video, comment below, and definitely share it with someone you know. Maybe the message wasn't just for you, maybe it's for somebody else. And without wasting any more of your time, let's talk about the 4 reasons why relationships don't last like they used to anymore. 4 reasons why relationships don't last like they used to anymore. Coming up next. The first reason why relationships don't last like they used to anymore is because people are too chicken to be in relationships. That's what it is. Too many people would be asking God to send them somebody to be in a relationship with, and the minute they get that person, they're gonna tell you, I ain't got time for this. They're gonna tell you from the first argument, they don't want to be in this relationship anymore. And the first thing that we have to remember about relationship, you have to give it time. You have to give it time. It's like a garden. You have to keep putting work. You have to keep putting work. You have to keep working together. It's not just a me thing. It's not just what I want. You have to keep putting work together. Don't just leave just because you get hit by your first obstacle. It's supposed to happen. Sometimes we'll see people who've been together for 40 years. They weren't together for 40 years just because they went to sleep one night and then they wake up 40 years later. No, that's not what happened. They had to put in work. They had to build a pattern. They had to get to know each other. They had to trust the process as well. It didn't just happen like that. They had to keep working. That's the process. I understand if you get yourself in a relationship and you realize that the person is toxic, that's another ball game. You have to leave. If the person is trying to abuse you, you have to leave immediately. But if you find yourself with somebody who's worth staying in a relationship, you have to put in work. You have to put in work. Being single is not easy. Being in a relationship is not easy. A relationship will help you become a happier person, but nobody said it was going to be easy. Never was the case. You have to understand the minute you get in that relationship, there are things that needs to be done because this is a new game. This is somebody new. You don't know what the person really like. First impression always gonna tell you what you want to hear, what you want to see, but it's gonna take more time for you to get to know the person and to do certain approach, to get to know the person to help build the relationship the way it needs to be. So yeah, one of the main reasons why relationships don't last like they used to anymore is because people expect everything to be easy. People fall in love with the idea of a relationship, but they don't want to put in work. People will go crazy when they see something happening in other people's relationship, but when it comes to them being in a relationship, it's a different idea. They just want the great things to happen without understanding that a relationship is a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of everything. The good, the bad, getting to know the person, make arrangement, make things happen because you want to be with that person. Make things happen because the relationship is worth it. So no, don't be asking God to send you the next person because God's gonna remember exactly what you did for the last person. You guys weren't together for 2 months. The first argument, guess what you decided to do? You left. The first time you get to deal with what life throws at you, you decided to leave. You didn't expect things to get difficult because in your mind, you don't think of a relationship that way. Well, that's a situation. People are too chicken to be in relationships nowadays. They expect everything to be easy. They don't expect the work. They don't want to plant the seed. They don't want to watch over it. They don't want to go with the process. They just want things to happen with the snap of a finger. I'm here to tell you, you are wrong. This is not how it is. And from the point you get to understand that, trust me, the relationship that you're in right now, you have a better understanding of things. And the relationship you're probably going to get in the future, you have a better understanding as far as how to actually get things done together. The second reason is because people are too obsessed with finding someone, getting married with someone, dating someone who's financially stable. They want to have somebody who's already made. But what they're not thinking about is the person's mental stability, the person's emotional stability, the person's spiritual stability. You don't know the person at all. If you do not focus on those three things, you will never get to know the person to the fullest. If any time you think about relationship, the first thing that comes to mind is money, let me tell you something. You probably get in a relationship, no doubt. You get in a relationship, you probably get in those relationships where you're being verbally abused, because 9 out of 10, not everybody who got money really respect the people that they're giving their money to. I want you to let that sink in. I want you to understand exactly where I'm going with this. Maybe just because he has money, he feels like he could actually put hands on you. Yeah, a lot of people are okay with that, and I don't know how they're able to deal with it, but people don't care. For some reason, just because the guy is able to provide financial stability or financial freedom, or give them a circle that they've never been in, or probably buy them a nice house or a nice car, whatever the situation is, put them in a position where they could brag to their friends or give them a different lifestyle, period. They don't have any problem with that. They're just gonna jump in. And at some point, sometimes you're gonna realize that once the person is done using you, they're gonna be the one walking away from the relationship. As a matter of fact, it wasn't really a relationship. It was more of a transactional situation. I give you this, you give me that. I pay you for the sex. I pay you for you being here. I'm gonna give you money, don't care about what's going on with me. There's no connection here. And that's the problem. Too many people are focusing on the wrong things. You focusing on materialistic things while you could actually give yourself those materialistic things. But you choose to go after somebody, like they say, go after the bag. Let your motivation be money instead of actually connecting with the person. You are not offering the person anything new. It's basically the same thing. 9 out of 10, the person's gonna see you just as regular. You're gonna come in their lives, they're gonna give you what they want, you're gonna take it, you're gonna be happy about it, but it's all materialistic. You don't know the person's emotional state. You don't know who they cry to. You never had any connection with the person. You don't know the spiritual state. You don't know exactly who they are. What is it that they do to make money? You don't even know exactly the money that you're using, where it's coming from. You don't know if the person's not gonna choke you in the middle of the sleep. You don't know exactly what you're getting yourself into. But since the person is financially stable, well, I got me a good man. Well, I got me a good woman. Oh, this lady's so fly, she got the bag. She picked me up in a Bentley the other day. We did a lot of things, man. I think I'm secure right now. I think I'm safe. What tells you that this is not the exact same thing that the person does to everybody? And at some point, what is it that you're offering the person? If you're not connecting in a deeper level, what's the need? Those relationships would probably have a better chance to stand if the person would stop worrying about money. That's basically one of the main things that a lot of people worry about. Yes, the person might actually be made, but they won't understand you or even let you in because you never were interested in getting to know them in a deeper level. That's the problem. And that's definitely something to think about. The third reason is because we compare our relationship with what goes on around us, around social media, things that we see. Modern fairy tale. That's basically what it is. The modern fairy tales are the reasons why relationships don't last. That's basically the third main reason. Too many people want this, they want that just because they see it. You keep comparing your relationship with what John has. Or John bought his wife a Birkin bag last month. Yeah? Okay, that's good. You work at Burger King. Your husband just got that manager job at Dollar Tree. How are we even talking about Birkin bag? Please explain this to me. You have $300,000 worth of loan combined between the two of you. He just got a job. He just got a promotion. You just found that job. Why are you even thinking about Birkin bag? It's not even important right now. You'll probably be able to afford it somewhere down the line, but right now there's no need to even think about it. Yes, John just bought it for his wife. You don't know the amount of bruises that she has to cover with her makeup. You don't know that. The verbal attacks, you don't know that. The emotional distress, you don't know that. The mental that's being done just because of the amount of things that John is putting her through. You don't know that. You don't know anything like that. You're just seeing and you choose to go crazy with it. You choose to talk down to your man just because he's not able to afford it. You keep telling him things like, yeah, what are you here for? What are you here for? Why are you not able to provide this? When are you going to be able to provide this? When he's got money. If the person is worth the relationship, stop thinking about what's going on the outside. Stop thinking about your friends doing things they're not supposed to do just to get materialistic things. It's not worth it. A relationship is deeper than that. You have to start understanding that. It's not a matter of what you could get right now. It's a matter of what we can build and basically being able to give ourselves whatever we want. That's the mindset. Building a family, building financial freedom, building all the things that are definitely going to put us in a better spot. Keep comparing yourself with what goes on around you definitely is a bad distraction. People keep doing that and keep asking themselves why he decided to leave. He decided to leave because you never really paid attention to him. You kept looking at what's going on the outside and never put in work in your relationship. He decided to leave because he realized that maybe you weren't worth it enough. She decided to leave because at the end of the day, she realized that you were more on the outside, comparing how fat the other girl's booty was instead of seeing exactly what you got here with you. The person who's been struggling with you, the person who decided to stay there when you had nothing. Stop comparing your relationship to other people's relationship. Oftentimes, what goes on behind closed doors are basically the worst things to ever think about, because we don't know what people are going through really. We don't know exactly how they go to sleep, if they even able to sleep. We don't know people's relationship. So stop comparing your relationship, your good relationship, your successful relationship, your good partner with somebody else's relationship who's out there doing wrong things but give you a good picture. The fourth reason relationships don't last as they used to anymore is because a lot of us do not know how to communicate. Yes, for something so simple, it is quite difficult when it comes to communication skills. And by communication skills, there's no such thing as a right way to communicate, because each time you get in a relationship with someone, this is something completely different. You have to learn, you have to observe, understand exactly when to talk, how to talk, and by how to talk, I mean how to deliver. Don't expect people to read your mind. That's not part of communication. If you keep giving the person silent treatment, there's no way they're gonna understand exactly what you're going through. Yeah, you out here thinking for yourself, you out here thinking in your head and expecting me to understand what you're saying. What am I, Houdini? I'm not. If you have something to say, let's talk about it face to face. Don't text me. I don't do that. If we're going to talk about adult stuff, if we're going to talk about the bills, if we're going to talk about things that needs to be built, if you're going to talk about things that we need to resolve as far as arguing, we're going to need to talk face to face. The other thing, try to communicate in a respectful way. You know, don't just throw things just because you're mad. Don't just try and make people hear your voice. Well, it's not about hearing your voice. It's about finding a ground. It's about talking about things that's gonna help you guys move forward. It's not about what you think. It's not about what you want. It's about telling me what you basically think could actually work. It's about giving me your piece and you listening to my piece, and we're gonna make sure that they match. Or if they can't match, that's when we talk about compromising. That's when we talk about boundaries. But if we don't talk, and if we don't talk in a respectful way, there's no way I'm gonna understand you. There's no way we're gonna be able to keep that communication line open. There's no way I'm gonna ever want to communicate with you because I already know you don't know how to do that. Opening your mouth to say something doesn't mean that you know how to communicate. That's the problem. Too many people sit there and open their mouth, deliver a message that they think is understood, and the person's ears been closed when it comes to listening to anything you have to say. And that's the problem. They've never been listening to you because you never understood how to deliver. That's about getting to know the person and understand exactly who they are as a whole. It's not about what you want to say because you're mad. It's about knowing this is a partnership. We are working together. And if you're not able to talk to me in a way which is going to help me understand you, there's no way this is going to work. And by communicating the proper way, trust me, you're going to see results. You're going to have a better understanding of each other, and the relationship is going to definitely move forward. So to recap, 4 reasons why relationships don't last like they used to. The first reason is because people are too chicken. They're not tough enough. They're not ready for a relationship. The second reason is because people are looking for the wrong thing. Stop looking for somebody who's already financially stable just because you want money. Stop doing that. It's not going to lead you anywhere. The third reason is because people keep comparing their relationships to the wrong things. People keep comparing their relationships to other people's relationship. That doesn't work. This is your relationship. Own up to it. Do what you got to do for your own relationship. Stop comparing it to people you don't even know what they're going through. And the fourth reason, learn how to communicate. Yes, learn how to communicate. And the only way you're going to be able to communicate with your partner is by getting to know them. There's no other way about it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If I've missed something in the process, feel free to leave a comment below. And as you know, this video is the last video of the year 2020. Guys, I don't know what to say. You guys been supporting me. You guys been sharing my videos. I don't know what to say. Thanks for all of you who've been with us from the get-go. You've been supporting. You've been giving me your all. You've been commenting. You've been liking. You've been doing a lot of things to support the channel. Thank you so very much for that. And for those of you who just got to the channel, feel free to look around. If you happen to find something that you like, do not forget to subscribe. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Happy New Year and peace.